best interest of our people. Maraming salamat at magandang umaga po sa ating lahat.
Salamat din, Sen Joel. Sen Sherwin.
Go Huaping, nagsinungaling ka sa taong bayan, nagsinungaling ka sa Senado, at higit sa lahat, nagsinungaling ka sa sarili mong kababayan sa Bamban. Alam namin hindi ka Pilipino. Nakita namin yan sa pekeng birth certificate mo. Alam namin na hindi ka lumaki sa farm at hindi ka nag-homeschool. Dahil alam ko saan ka nag-aral, sa Grace Christian High School, na parehong eskwelahan na pinuntahan ko. Alam namin na meron kang kapatid na si Wesley Guo at si Seaman Guo na itinakwil mo nung una. At alam rin namin yung connection mo sa mga pogo. Kahit na naging mayor ka, hindi mo ibinenta yung pagmamay-ari mo sa Baufulan. At alam namin konektado ka pa rin yan hanggat ikaw ay nasa posisyon. Alam rin namin na meron kang koneksyon sa dalawang pogo na nag-ooperate sa sarili mong bayan, yung Hongsheng at yung Zunyuan. At mamaya ipapakita rin namin yung koneksyon mo doon. Kahit na tumakas ka, ipinagpatuloy namin yung pagdinig dito sa committee. At dahil sa pagdinig na ito, maraming kaso ang na-file sa iyo. 7 kaso. Graft and corruption case ng Ombudsman, human trafficking case ng DOJ, co-warranto case ng Solgen, tax evasion case ng BIR, money laundering case ng AMLAC, pagkansela ng birth certificate mo ng Solgen, at meron ring election code offense ng COMELEC. Ito na siguro ang tingin ko isa sa pinaka malalim at malalang criminal activity na nakita natin sa buong kasaysayan natin. Sa isang tao, halos 7 kaso ang isinampas sa iyo. Pero alam namin hindi pa tapos itong pagdinig namin. Gusto namin malaman kung sino ang tumulong sa iyo para makatakas. Pribadong personalidad man o sa gobyerno. Gusto rin namin malaman sino pa ang mga kasabwat mo sa Pogo Hub sa Bamban, pati na rin sa Pogo Hub sa Porac dahil nakakita na kami ng koneksyon dito sa dalawa. At gusto rin namin malaman kung sino-sino pa yung mga personalidad na tumulong sa iyo para mabuo itong mga Pogo Hub sa ating bansa, sa gobyerno man o sa pribado. Importante na makasuhan sila at importante rin na panugutin sila. Kaya mahalaga itong hearing na ito at mahalaga na marinig namin sa iyo mismo kung sino-sino itong mga taong tumulong sa iyo para magdala ng krimen dito sa ating minamahal na bansa. Thank you very much, Madam Chairperson.
Thank you very much also, Sen Sherwin. Meron pa ba opening statements? Sen JV and then Sen Rafi.
Madam Chair, morning po. Anyway, sa umagang ito, sabi ko nga noon, satisfied naman ako and I'd like to congratulate again the chair and the committee for ably handling this issue. Pero sa 3 bagay lang po, Madam Chair, no? Ang importante, una-una, gusto natin malaman sino ba talaga ang tunay na mga boses, no, in this web of international syndicate na pumasok dito sa ating bansa. At sana po yan ay sabihin po ni Ms. Go ngayong umaga. Pangalawa, sino, muli, nabanggit na, sino mga tumulong na pribado man o nasa gobyerno para siya po ay tumakas dahil hindi na po pwedeng maulit ito na tayo po ay binabastos sa sariling bansa, nakatulong ang ilang mga nasa ahensya na ating pamalan. At panghuli, ay pangatlo po ay Madam Chair, sino po ang tumulong kay Ms. Go na makapasok sa larangan ng politika hanggang siya po ay maging mayor? Baka mamaya po ay marami na humpain ang Chinese Communist Party, ang CCP. Dahil po sa ating dispute, mamaya sa iba't ibang lugar ay nakapasok na rin po pa sila. So yung 3 bagay lang po ngayong umaga, alam ko po ay marami pa akong magtatanong, pero sana po ay masagot po ito ni Ms. Go sa umagang to. Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat din, Sen JV. Sen Rafi.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Senator Risa Ontiveros, colleagues, resource speakers and guests. Maraming salamat po sa pagdalo. As chairperson of the Committee on Public Service, I'm concerned about the regulation of our transport system. We provide regulations for several reasons. First, to safeguard those taking public transportation are safe and secure. Second, to ensure that those given the privilege to own and operate any form of transportation could be held liable for their actions in operating such vehicle, vessel, or aircraft. And finally, there is a need to regulate these transport systems because they could be used for criminal activities. These past weeks, namangha po tayo sa mala-action movie na kwento ni Sheila Goo. She painted for us what was probably the escape route out of the Philippines. But note, that is just probably. Hindi po tayo sigurado. We have to take her testimony with a grain of salt. For all we know, binulang din nila yung kwento niyan doon sa farm kung saan lumaki si Miss Alice Goo. Mga kwentong paglihis sa tunay na nangyayari. Based on our research and discussion with transport experts, anyone with money could have several options for exiting the Philippines. Madam Chair, may I please direct everyone to a video we prepared to give an idea of what could have happened being used by the Goos.
Sen. Rafi, just for the information of the committee, ilang minuto po yung ating video?
Less than a minute, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Please proceed, Sen. Rafi, as part of your opening statement.
Starting with the lower deck, which is where most of the action.
Before we proceed, the Chair would like to
Official
acknowledge and
There's
thank the
net,
presence of the
lower deck
Majority
also,
Leader, Sen. Francis. Salamat po. Please proceed,
a
Sen.
skiff
Rafi.
boat,
Okay,
and the
as
net
you can
is
see, that's
underneath
the fishing
cover.
vessel. At nabanggit yan ni Alice Goo
Starting with the lower deck,
during
which is where
one of
most
the
of the
hearings.
action happens.
Sheila Goo, na sumakay sila sa maliit na boat, kulay puti, and then nag-transfer sa isang fishing vessel. So maaring ganun yung ginamit na roll, yung video. And then papakita po natin kung papaano na hindi na niya kailangan pang sumampa from boat to boat dahil sinek din po namin from July 1 to July
Most of the
20
action.
yung route na binanggit ni Sheila Goo ay medyo rough ang dagat, medyo maalon, habagat, kaya imposibleng basta-basta na lamang sila makapagsampa without the aid of that fishing vessel that I showed. Wala ba tayong mabilis lang?
Can we proceed to show the video, please? As part of the opening statement. Or kung hindi pa kaya sa ngayon, Sen. Rafi, baka sa bahagi ng pagtatanong nyo mamaya.
Yes. Today, Madam Chair, with the help of our resource speakers from the Coast Guard, Immigration, CAAP, and other relevant agencies, I would like to identify the weak points in our border control. Madam Chair, our country's borders is very complicated. Every shoreline could serve as an exit point. And this makes the Philippines a potential hub for transnational crimes. We have to review our border control and transportation regulations policies. Wala po sa mga commercial modes of transportation ang problema. Kasi ang kriminal, hindi naman po sasakayan ng MRT. Usually sarili niyang motorsiklo or heavily tainted na van. Ganon din po sa sea and air transport. Ang kriminal na may pera ay may ibang paraan ng paglalakbay. On another matter, Madam Chair, I would like also for us to look into the process and protocol in extracting fugitives in our country. This is not our first fugitive extraction. We have undergone this process before. But what was the reason why there seemed to be a different protocol with Alice Goo's extraction? Yusek Raul Vasquez said that it was just an immigration to immigration issue. Si Alice Goo, tulad ni Sheila Goo at Cassandra Ong, ay hinuli ng Indonesian authorities dahil sa immigration violation. Dahil dalawang passport at hindi proper ang entry documents. That was the process that was followed because it is fast, efficient, and least expensive dahil nga immigration to immigration lang. Exclusion, removal on their side, and extraction on our side. In fact, for the two ladies, Sheila Goo and Cassandra Ong, there was just 2 immigration officers and 2 NBI officers who processed their extraction, and they took a regular commercial flight. What was the thought process behind the alternate protocol in the case of Alice Go? The Senate arrest order was issued prior to the warrant issued by the Capas Tarlac RTC. I want this to be clarified in this hearing. And finally, was the dismissal of Alice Go from being mayor a scheme for the filing of the case in Capas Tarlac? Would it not be better if this case was filed in a court outside the jurisdiction of Tarlac, which Alice Go treated as her playground? Of course, we assume that there is a regularity in our court processes. But maybe we should realign our policies to ensure that it cannot be manipulated. Because, let's face it, kung may natutunan tayo dito sa kwento ni Alice Go, basta't may pera ka, walang imposible. Salamat po, Madam Chair.
Salamat din po, Sen. Rafi. Kung wala na pong ibang opening statements, may I request COMSEC i-acknowledge yung ating mga resource persons at pagkatapos i-administer yung oath sa mga hindi pa nakapanumpa noon.
Good morning, everyone. The committee would like to acknowledge the presence of the following resource persons. From the Department of Justice, we have Assistant Secretary Francis John L. Tejano, Attorney Mariel Francisco, Attorney Hannah Lizette Manalili, Attorney Benjamin Samson. Then from the Office of the Solicitor General, we have Assistant Solicitor General James Condangan, State Solicitor June Abigail de la Cruz. Then from the National Police, Philippine National Police, we have Police Colonel Isagani Fetasanan. Okay. Then we have still from the Philippine National Police, CIDG, Police General Raul Takaka. Then from Police Colonel J. Dimaandal. From the Department of Information and Communications Technology, we have Maricar Magpili. Okay, from the Department of Foreign Affairs, we have Director Lailani Feliciano, Director Von Ryan Pangwi. Then from the Department of Interior and Local Government, we have Assistant Secretary Romeo Benitez. From the Department of Transportation, we have ASEC Enrique Antonio Esquivel. From the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission, we have Undersecretary Gilberto Cruz. We have Director Winston John Casio. Then from the Interagency Council Against Trafficking, we have Undersecretary Nicolas Felix T. From the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, we have a chairperson, Mr. Alejandro Tenco. Together with General Raul Villanueva, Attorney Josephine Pagdanganan, Attorney Aliyah Kumagul. Then from the Anti-Money Laundering Council, we have Attorney Adrian Arpon. We have Attorney Arnold Cabanglit. From the Bureau of Internal Revenue, we have Attorney Scraton Orculio, Attorney Edgar Alan Reyes. Then from the Bureau of Immigration, we have Commissioner Norman Tansinco, together with Fortunato Manahan Jr., Attorney Arvin Cesar Santos. From the Immigration Regulations Division, we have Chief Rogelio Guivero Jr. From the National Bureau of Investigation, we have Judge Jaime Santiago. Then from the Philippine Statistic Authority, we have Engineer Marisa Grande. We have Attorney Eliezer Ambatali. From the Manila International Airport Authority, we have the General Manager, Mr. Eric Jose C. Ines. From the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, we have Attorney Roberto Martin Venaventura. Okay. From the Maritime Industry Authority, we have Attorney Mary Margaret Espino. Then from the Philippine Coast Guard, we have Vice Admiral Rolando Lizor Punsalan Jr. We have Captain Oliver Tanseco. Okay. We have Captain Habelino Sali. We have Commander Maria Gloria Bermido Salcedo. Okay. And then we have Bernadette Gutierrez. From the Philippine Navy, we have Rear Admiral Jose Maria Ambrosio Espileta. Then Captain Marco Buena. We have Captain Isilito Lagadia Jr. From the Securities and Exchange Commission, we have Attorney Gerardo F. Del Rosario. Then we have Miss Cheryl Medina, the Executive Assistant of Mayor Kalugay. Then we have Mr. Jose Antonio T. Feliciano, the former Mayor of Bamban Tarlac. Then we have Miss Alice Goo alias Gua Haping. Then Miss Sheila Guo alias Sangmir. Then we have Attorney Elmer Galicia. Attorney Stephen L. David. Miss Rosaline Baterna, the Corporate Secretary of Lucky South 99. That's all, Madam Chair. We also
Thank you,
invited,
Comsec.
yeah,
Yes,
we
please proceed.
invited Mayor Kalugay, but he sent his letter of regrets.
This is the second time that Mayor Kalugay is absent. Nung unang imbitasyon sa kanila ng komite, sinabi nila may sakit sila sa dengue. This is the second inability to honor the invitation of the committee. So at the proper time,
I
will-
will move now,
yes,
Madam
please,
Chair.
Sen.
I will
Joel,
move
if you
now
would.
that we issue a subpoena, Madam Chair, to this Mayor Kalugay, Mr. Chair, Madam
Aswal.
Chair of Aswal, Pangasinan. I so move, Madam Chair.
yes, the chair,
Second the motion.
thank you very much. On the motion of Sen. Joel, as seconded by the Senate President Pro Tempore Sen. Jinggoy, the chair rules that the committee issue a subpoena for the good mayor na kailangan makadalo na sila sa susunod na pagdinig.
Chair, may I
Yes, Sen.
also
Joel.
ask if we were able to invite the Secretary of Mayor Kalugay, a certain Cherry, which is here, she around? Thank you, thank you, thank you, Madam Chair.
Salamat, Sen. Joel. Also, Comsec, na-invite, I heard the name Cassandra Leong. Ano, nandito ba siya ngayon ulit? O nandito na ba siya sa atin?
Madam Chair, she is still at the hospital, but we sent a letter to the speaker requesting the presence of Ms. Cassandra Ong here. But there's no reply from the office of the speaker.
Well, the committee hopes that there will be a
Yeah,
reply
actually-
forthcoming from the office of the speaker. Yes,
Well,
Comsec.
there's a reply, if I may read, this of your committee to allow Ms. Catherine Cassandra Leong to attend the public hearing on September 9, 2024 at the Senate. Please know that this request has been approved by the Joint Justice Committee. However, please be informed that Ms. Ong is still confined at the hospital in Taguig. Our latest update is that she may be discharged from confinement either tonight or Tuesday, tomorrow.
That's good to know, Comsec, at salamat sa sagot ng Office of the Speaker. We have that in writing, ano po, hindi lang sa cellphone. Okay po. And tamang-tama kung di-discharge na siya ngayong gabi, kasi actually ang alam natin last time, Huwebes, 2 to 3 days lamang siya pinapapahinga ng doctor ng house. So she should really be here at the next hearing. Yes, Sen.
Madam Chair.
Joel.
Yes, Madam Chair, following the opening statements a while ago of Senator Raffy, and I think it's very important that we set the record straight when it comes to the contempt powers of the Senate, the jurisdiction in the pending court cases. And I can see two brilliant legal luminaries here on this August chamber. Madam Chair, just for the record and for the sake of clarification, is it correct that Miss Alice Go is still under contempt for her failure to attend the two hearings of this Senate committee, June 26 and July 10 hearings? Is that an affirmative, Madam Chair?
That is correct, Sen Joel. Alice Go or Go Huaping is still subject to the citation of contempt of this committee and the Senate.
So live pa rin po ito, Madam Chair. Pangalawa, yung jurisdiction, no? May we know the committee's position as to the jurisdiction and the period of imprisonment under the inherent contempt powers of the Senate, Madam Chair?
Sen Joel, those are actually among the questions that not only the chair, but I'm sure the colleagues will be raising during this hearing. And by the end of the hearing, gusto kong makapagbuo talaga ng ruling ang chair at ang komite tungkol sa importanteng usaping ito kasi napaka-importante po sa komite at sa buong Senado na nirerespeto ng mga resource persons ang powers at ang rulings ng Senado. In the same way, we give equal respect to the co-equal branches of government. Before the chair asks the COMSEC to administer the oath to our resource persons, I will call on the majority leader and then we will proceed to the administering of the oath. Yes, Sen Francis.
Madam Chair, good morning. Germane to the statement given by Senator Joel Villanueva. At the proper time, mamaya po, I will file a motion directing this committee to take cognizance of Ms. Alice Go at dito na muna ititini sa Senado.
Thank you.
I serve notice, Madam Chair. I have with me bags of jurisprudence to back up my claim.
Thank you very much,
Madam Chair.
Majority Leader. The chair will welcome that motion at the proper time and
Madam
will
Chair, I still
rule on it accordingly. Yes, and Joel.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, and I'd like to thank our majority leader for raising that up because that is precisely what we wanted to tackle, Madam Chair, because let me just put into the records of this August chamber the landmark case of Arnold versus Nazareno. This is a landmark case. It was stated that obedience to its process may be enforced by the Senate committee if the subject investigation before it was within the range of legitimate legislative inquiry. Accordingly, Madam Chair, as you mentioned, live yung ating contempt citation kay Alice Go. As long as there is legitimate legislative inquiry, then the inherent power of contempt by the Senate may be properly exercised. Conversely, Madam Chair, once the legislative inquiry concludes, the exercise of the inherent power of contempt ceases and there is no more genuine necessity to penalize the detained witness. I was about to ask that question, Madam Chair, before the majority leader made that statement of his intention, and it's also the intention of this representation to make a motion, Madam Chair, because the question will be, will Ms. Guo's presence here today not interfere with her pending cases in court? I would say no. And that is the position of this humble representation. And we wanted also to know the position of this committee. Madam Chair, I don't think that the mere filing of a criminal complaint before a court should not automatically bar the conduct of legislative investigation. At alam na alam ni Senator Jinggoy ito kasi yung Regis Romero II versus Senator Jinggoy Estrada, yung pong nakalagay po doon sa desisyon, the power of legislative inquiry cannot be made subordinate to a criminal or administrative investigation. And so I remain steadfast with that position, Madam Chair, and let me place it into the records that it should not that we have jurisdiction, Madam Chair. Considering also that we were the first one who issued the warrant of arrest, Madam Chair. And last but not the least, before we start, I know everyone wanted to ask questions. I wanted to raise this, and considering that we have Senator Francis Tolentino and Senator Acoco Pimentel with us here today, if you look at RA number 100660, this is an act strengthening further the functional and structural organization of the Sandigan Bayan, further amending Presidential Decree number 1606. It states there, Madam Chair, section, what's that particular section? Section 5, if I'm not mistaken, Madam Chair, that the regional trial courts shall have exclusive original jurisdiction where the information does not allege any damage to the government or any bribery. Letter B, alleges damage to the government or bribery arising from the same closely related transactions or acts in amount not exceeding to 1 million pesos. So yun po yung nangyari, no? But, Madam Chair, it should not be the Capas Regional Trial Court, but a different court should handle the case of Miss Alice. Under Republic Act number 10660, Madam Chair, it states there that cases, and we talk about it on the sidelines with our minority leader, it says there, cases falling under the jurisdiction of the Regional Trial Court under this section shall be tried in a judicial region other than where the official holds office. So I submit to the wisdom of this committee, and again, wanted to put that into the records. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you also, Sen. Joel. Of course, that is a substantive question already. So yung tanong tungkol sa criminal jurisdiction, siguradong i-discuss pa natin mamaya ng konti sa hearing na ito. Pero mayaman na yung mga predicate na inilatag para sa motion na ihahain ni Majority Leader Sen. Francis mamaya at pati ni Sen. Joel. At gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, dahil talagang ang Senado ang unang nag-issue ng warrant kaugnay ni Alice Guo at nag-trigger ng manhunt para sa kanya, the Chair will welcome that motion, and ano pa man yung magiging ruling ng Chair, makakapag-coordinate naman at magko-coordinate kung sakali ang komiteng ito sa korte which has jurisdiction of her detention at the moment. So maraming salamat po mga kasama para dito sa ating unang round ng exchanges. Comsec, panumpain yung mga hindi pa nakapapanumpa.
May I request those who have not taken their oath during the previous hearings to please stand up, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, please state your name, do solemnly swear that I will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to this committee. Thank you. You may now take your seat.
Salamat, Comsec. Ms. Sheila, napansin ko na nagsumpa kayo ulit, hindi na sana kailangan, no? Dahil nakapagsumpa na kayo noon. But you remain under oath, so that is fine. Alright, so magsisimula ako sa mga tanong kay Ms. Alice. So after months of evading the Senate, ngayon nandito ka na. Sumagot po kayo ng kumpleto at makatotohanan sa aming komite. Dahil ang komite po namin, tinatratong maayos yung mga nagsasabi ng totoo sa amin at rumerespeto sa aming komite at saka sa Senado. Naintindihan niyo po yun, Ms. Alice?
Opo, Madam Chair.
Alright. So, can you finally confirm before this committee, kayo ba si Guo Huaping? At bago niyo po i-invoke yung right against self-incrimination, hindi naman kayo yung nag-file ng inyong late registration of live birth, diba? So, you are not incriminating yourself. So, are you Guo Huaping?
Madam Chair, may mga kaso na po na final po sa akin po sa court, kaya hindi ko po siya masagot po sa inyo ngayon.
I don't think yung tanong ko ay may kinalaman sa kaso sa inyo, lalo na may pruweba nang na-establish ang NBI at yung isa pang ahensya kinukumpara yung fingerprints ni Guo Huaping at fingerprints nyo bilang Alice Guo at parehong sinabi nilang magkaparehong taong ito. So, for your own sake at para sa kabatiran ng aming komite, just one last time on this very simple fundamental question. Ikaw ba si Guo Huaping?
Madam Chair, hindi ko po kino-confirm at may kaso na po sa akin sinampa. Sasagutin ko po sa korte po.
Madam Chair,
Well,
may I
yes, Sen. Joel, one related question.
Madam Chair, may I invoke, I am not going to invoke or raise a point of order, but may I invoke Section 19 of our Senate rules, which states the privilege against self-incrimination. A witness can only invoke his right or her right to self-incrimination, Madam Chair, only when a question which tends to elicit an answer that will incriminate him or her is propounded to her. However, Madam Chair, the witness or the resource person may offer to answer any question in an executive session. So I would just like to invoke that, Madam Chair, because the chairperson already stated that it will not in any way incriminate her, Madam Chair. Just to put that on record.
Salamat, Sen. Joel. Exactly. So, inulit, no? Yung sinabi ko na sa inyo kanina, di naman kayo mai-incriminate, simpleng tanong kung sino ka. And additionally, unless hihingi pa tayo ng executive session, no? Lilipat pa kami kasama nyo sa ibang kwarto para lang masagot nyo sino ba kayo talaga or palalabasin ng chair lahat ng mga taong ito para lang mag-executive session. And and before I proceed, I just like to recognize the presence of Sen. Loren. Salamat, Sen. Loren, for your
Good morning, Madam
participation
Chair.
today. Good morning
Colleagues.
po. Miss Alice, gusto kong ipaalala sa iyo na ayon mismo sa Korte Suprema, in the case of Office of the Court Administrator versus you, quote, the right to self-incrimination does not prohibit legitimate inquiry in non-criminal matters. So yung tanong na, sino ka ba? Ikaw ba si Guo Huaping? Hindi yan criminal matter. Hindi yan bagay na isite kaugnay ng mga kaso. Identity questions are within the purview of the committee. The Senate has a right to know. Sino bang kausap namin? Yung talagang totoong taong akala namin or ibang tao? No? The Senate has the right to ascertain who the resource persons are, who you say that you are. Sige, i-rephrase ko na lang. Okay, do you have something to say at this point, Miss Alice?
Opo, Madam Chair, ako po si Alice Go.
Well, napatunayan na po namin na hindi kayo si Alice Guo. Kayo ay totoong si Guo Huaping. Hindi lang ang komite ang umabot sa ganyang conclusion, ang NBI mismo at ang isa pang ahensya. If you insist not to answer kung kayo si Guo Huaping, i-rephrase ko yung tanong ko. Ang tatay mo ay si Guo Jianzhong at ang nanay mo ay si Lin Wenyi. Tama ba?
Ang tatay ko po si Go Jiangzong po, Madam Chair.
At nanay niyo?
Nanay si Lin Wenyi.
Nako, Miss Alice, binabaliktad nyo na yung sinabi nyo sa isang previous hearing, no? Yung bank document na to, nililista ninyo, kasi bank document mo ito, nilista mo dito bilang nanay mo, si Lin Wenyi. So, baliktad na, pinasinungalingan mo yung sinubmit mong bank document noon sa sinabi mo ngayon na hindi mo nanay si Lin Wenyi. You were born in China, not in Tarlac. Tama po ba?
Ang alam ko po, I was born in Tarlac po, Madam Chair.
Ang childhood mo, mula sabihin natin 0 to 12 years old, ay sa China, tama? Kaya wala kang maalala, wala kang makwento sa amin ni isang alaala ng pagkabata mo sa Tarlac, di ba? Yes, and Lauren, for one related question.
Statement. Nag-off na po siya. Pero maliwanag na nagsisinungaling kung saan siya napanganak. So, I bring that to the body. Opening pa lang, nagsisinungaling na. Alam naman nating lahat na may mga ahensya ng gobyerno na nagbigay ng mga birth certificate at inamin na nila ng PSA sa mga dayuhan at kasama siya doon. So, umpisa pa lang, ini-insist niya, pinagpipilitan niyang napanganak sa Tarlac. Wala na pong maniniwala yan. Alam na po natin yan. So I'm just putting that on record. How can we extract the truth if the first question, wala pang ang question, ay nagsisinungaling na?
Salamat, Sen. Lauren. So, thank you. At nakahanda na nga at lalong tumitiba yung ihahaing motion ni na Majority Leader at Sen. Joel
Madam
at the
Chair.
proper time.
Madam Chair.
Yes, and Rafi, for one related question.
Noong May 22 this year, hinamon ko si Alice Goo kung willing siya mag-undergo ng lie detector test. Hanggang ngayon, okay ka pa rin ba, Miss Alice Go? Papayag ka pa ba magpa-lie detector test para malaman natin yung mga sinabi mo, ibabangga natin doon sa mga alam namin. Are you still willing?
Miss Alice.
Madam Chair, pwede ko po i-consult po muna.
Sino ang i-consult mo?
Consult ko po sa lawyer po muna.
Alright, you can do that during this hearing.
Ay, thank you po.
Balikan po namin yung tanong na iyon during this hearing.
Thank you.
Ngayon,
This
yes,
is related. This is
Senator, a
related, Madam
related
Chair.
question.
Very related. Madam Chair, obviously itong ng basto sa Senado ay wala pa ring konsensya para magsalita ng katotohanan sa atin, Madam Chair. Yung simpleng tanong nyo kanina, Madam Chair, siya ba si Gua Huaping? Kahit po magsinungaling siya, hindi siya sumagot, kung ano-anong sabihin po niya sa atin. Madam Chair, ang NBI mismo ay nagkaroon ng fingerprints ni Alice Go at nitong si Chinese national Gua Huaping. At in-establish po doon na match and the same person, si Gua Huaping at si Alice Go. So ang tanong na lang siguro, Alice, ikaw ba naniniwala doon sa pagmamatch sa finger prints that match na ginawa nitong NBI na ikaw si Gua Huaping at si Alice Go ay iisang tao?
Miss Alice.
Madam Chair, honestly po, hindi ko po alam kung paano po nangyari. Basta alam ko po si Alice Go po. At pasensya na rin po kung hindi po kayo naniniwala. Ako sinasabi ko, as much as possible po, gusto ko rin pong sabihin po sa inyo lahat at sa mga magiging questions nyo rin po sa akin mamaya, may consideration lang din po ako sa safety ko rin po.
Well, tatanungin ko rin kayo tungkol diyang sinasabi niyong safety niyo mamaya. Pero ibig sabihin din, bawat tanong namin ngayon, dahil paiksi na yung panahon, pasara na yung window of opportunity niyo, bawat tanong namin ay pagkakataon sa'yo magsabi na ng totoo at wag nang magsinungaling sa komiteng ito. Miss Alice.
Short interjection.
Yes, Senator Roy, for one related question.
May I ask from the chair kung pwede natin ipaklaro sa kanya ano yung safety consideration na sinasabi niya? Para maklaro tayo kasi kung palagi siya mag-involve ng safety, hindi natin alam kung anong safety na sabi. Kung meron bang interesado sa buhay niya na isang malaking sindikato na siya ay papatahimikin o ano bang safety na sinasabi niya, Madam Chair?
Miss Alice, tatanungin ko rin sana sa iyo yan mamaya ng konti. But briefly, simulan yung sagutin yung tanong ni Senator Roy. Ano ba yung sinasabi niyong safety na iyan?
Tungkol po sa personal ko pong safety po.
Okay.
Ano yun? Anong threat anong safety? So anong threat nakikita mo? Para matulungan ka namin. Sige.
May death threat po.
May death threat.
Sino?
Hindi ko lang po may discuss po dito in public po.
Why don't you
May
discuss
death
it in
threat po.
public? The people ought to know about it.
May death threat po na
Sino ang nagbabanta sa iyo sa buhay mo?
Kung ayaw mo pang sagutin ngayon, Miss Alice, hindi kayo makakatakas sa tanong na yun. Tatanungin ko rin kayo dyan.
Madam Chair, wala po din naman po akong plan po na takasan po yung question po. However po, meron lang din po talaga na safety concern po sa sarili ko po, na security concern po, na death threat po na minigay po sa akin. Kaya hindi ko lang po ma-discuss po sa public po.
Madam,
Yes,
Miss Alice, nung nakita kayo ni Secretary Abalos, ang una mo sinabi kay Secretary Abalos, tulungan mo ako, Sec, may death threats ako. Sino ang nagbabanta sa iyo?
sagutin mo na ng maiksi at diretso, Miss Alice.
Opo. Sen, pasensya na po, hindi ko kasi masabi po in public. Kasi nga po, may safety problem nga po ako.
Madam Chair, that answer is unacceptable as far as
It's unacceptable, Senator. Pero
parang
sasagutin na.
yung main committee sa kanyang safety pag ganun. Wala namin kung binobola mo kami rito.
Pagkatapos mo kaming bastusin, gaganyanin mo kami ngayon, sasagutin mo kaming ganyan, pagkatapos mo kaming bastusin, pagkatapos mo kaming takasan, sasabihin mo may death threat ka, tapos di mo masabi kung saan galing yung death threat mo, hindi mo masabi kung dito sa Pilipinas o sa abroad.
Miss Alice, pinaalalahanan kita, you never raised security concerns to the committee before. Nito na lamang na aresto ka na at ibinalat dito. Tatanungin pa rin talaga kita dun sa sinasabi mong death threats na yan na ngayon lang namin narinig yan. Balikan ko lang muna yung kumbaga prejudicial question para sa amin, yung identity ninyo. You entered the country as Guo Huaping in 2003, correct? Ikaw ay 12 or 13 years old pa lamang noon, correct?
Madam Chair, wala po akong record po niyan.
Oh, speaking of records, have you ever had a Chinese passport?
Ang alam ko po, Madam Chair, Filipino passport po.
Filipino passport. Sa pagkaalam namin, nagkaroon ka ng Chinese passport, hindi mo lang ni-renew, nag-lapse yun. So, Alice Guo, alias Guo Huaping, Filipino ka ba?
Opo, Filipino po ako, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair,
Yes, and Lauren, for
thank you.
one related question.
since yung sinabi po nyo, kung meron siyang passport na Philippine passport, sinabi niya meron siya. Tapatin lang tayo. Sino ang nagbigay ng Philippine passport? Sino rin nag-issue ng kanyang Philippine birth certificate? Pag sinabi mo yon, we can protect you. Pag sinabi mo yung totoo, paano ka naging Pilipino, paano ka nagkaroon ng passport, then you're answering us properly, we can perhaps protect you. But if you keep on lying to us, you will sink in a web of lies. Hindi ka namin maprotektahan sa mga sindikatong naghahabol sa'yo. I suggest to answer that. How did she get her Philippine birth certificate from the PSA or the satellite office, and how she acquired her Philippine passport from the DFA? We have to find out the syndicates in the government agencies.
Madam Chair,
For the record, para sa kabatiran ng lahat, at lumabas na po ito sa mga nakaaraang paring mayroong birth certificate na nakuha for late registration of live birth, pero mismo ang PSA, I'm sure mako-confirm ito ni Engineer Grande later, Engineer Mariza, ang PSA mismo ang nagsabing irregular ang birth certificate na iyon. Kaya tinulog nila sa Office of the Solicitor General na kanselahin na ito. But apparently, habang hawak pa yung irregular birth certificate na iyon, nagamit para makakuha ng Filipino passport. Pero sa pagkaalam din ng aming komite, nagkaroon ka, Miss Alice, ng Chinese passport. Kaya sa lahat ng mga tanong na ito so far, bakit ayaw mo sumagot? Wala namang self-incriminating sa mga tanong na ito. You are only being asked, in fact, you are only being asked about your previous answers to the committee. Yung mga previous documents na sinabit mo sa mga bangko na nakuha namin. So please stop being evasive. Stop being evasive before this committee. I-flash, ayan, finlash namin ulit yung dactyloscopy report ng NBI, no? Result of examination after a thorough examination and analysis, fingerprints of Guo Huaping, Ilin, and fingerprints of Guo, Alice Ilial were found identical. Opinion, NBI to, in view of the foregoing, fingerprints of Guo, Huaping, Ilin, and fingerprints of Guo, Alice Ilial were affixed by one and the same person. Isang tao lamang. Yung una-unang tanong ko sa inyo, pero nagsinungaling pa rin kayo. Now, once and for all, Alice Guo, alias Guo Huaping, I am giving you the opportunity to explain why you should not be cited in contempt for lying before this committee and for providing untruthful and evasive testimony. Miss Alice?
Madam Chair, lumaki po ako, alam ko po ako ay isang Filipino.
1 minute suspension. Pahingi po sa mga kasama na a quick Sen. Rafi, if you will allow, I request you and all the colleagues, mag 1 minute suspension tayo, a quick discussion sa ating mga senador, kung maaari po. We are suspended for,
mabilis lang to sana, Madam Chair.
please, Sen. Rafi, and then
Related
please,
to
we need to
sinabi
take
ni
a 1 minute
Lauren.
suspension. Yes, Sen. Rafi.
Maalala ko yung sa previous hearings ng committee ninyo, nabanggit yung pangalan John Patrick Samson na supposed to be fixer na tumulong para ma-facilitate yung pagkakuha ng late registration, birth certificate hanggang passport ni Miss Alice Guo. Bakit hindi po natin siya inimbitahan?
Salamat Sen. Rafi. Actually, iimbitahin natin yung si Jonathan Samson sa susunod na pagdinig. Bahagi po siya ng tanong ko mamaya-maya sa ibang resource person natin. So let us...
Last na po. Last na po.
Yes, please. Last na and
Last na.
before we suspend.
Yung last hearing, merong sinulat si Sheila Go sa papel na sabi niya secretary, hindi naman yun sa executive session. So pwede bang may divulge kung sino yung dalawang pangalan na sinulat na hindi nabanggit sa hearing ng mga senador?
Mamaya po ay i-divulge din yung dalawang pangalang iyon, pero meron na pong isang related resource person sa dalawang iyon na nandito ngayong araw at siguradong matatanong natin.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Salamat, Sen. Rafi.
Sir,
Before we suspend for 1 minute.
to suspend the deliberation, and I already anticipating, Madam Chair, what is going to happen when we suspend the deliberation. And I'm just giving one chance again to Alice, Madam Chair, because this will help me decide in the as we suspend the hearing today to talk about your fate as a resource person. If it is true, Miss Alice, ako muna, Miss Alice.
Miss Alice,
Miss Alice,
pakinggan po ang senador.
Ako muna, attorney, please.
Attorney,
Sabi mo may death threat ka, pero ayaw mong sabihin kung saan nang gagaling yung death threat mo. Ni ayaw mong sabihin ba sa amin kung ito'y tawag o sulat o text? Kasi kung hindi ka totoo nagsasabing may death threat ka.
Miss
Ah,
Alice.
Opo, Sen, magsasabi po ako, wag lang po in public.
May death threat ka ba?
Meron po. Magsasabi po ako, wag lang po in public.
Well, I will accept that, Madam Chair, but ang problem kasi is kung yung death threat na yan, totoo o hindi, Madam Chair, dahil ayaw talaga niya magsalita. I will yield, Madam Chair, to the wisdom of the committee. Thank you.
Salamat, Sen. Joel. At saka ang hirap kasi, ang dami mo nang sinabing hindi totoo eh. Tapos babalik ka dito, magsasabi ka na naman ng isang malaking kwento, pinakamalaki so far, death threat. Kaya siguro naman maintindihan mo, bakit hindi kami maniwala. Hindi na pa nga pinatotohanan yung mga unang kasinungalingan mo. Ngayon may bago ka namang gusto mong paniwalaan namin. So we will suspend for 1 minute and then resume after 1 minute. Hearing suspended.
Chair,
Before, Sen. Rafi,
Yeah, Madam
before
Chair.
you,
quick lang.
I need to do something right after your quick intervention.
Kasi pinag-usapan din lang yung death threat against her, ano? Pwedeng sa executive session banggitin niya sa atin later? Considering-
Yes,
But
Sen.
Madam Chair-
Rafi,
but
we can
Madam
do
Chair,
that
you know,
later on.
because
Sen.
of that-
Joel?
Because of that statement of Sen. Rafi, I still don't get it, Madam Chair. Why she cannot disclose it in public? Hindi po ba, Madam Chair? Isn't it more natural to expose it in public so that she is protected? I don't get it, Madam Chair. I really don't get it. If you are having a death threat, you wanted to say it in public so that you can be protected. If you really wanted protection, Madam Chair. So it doesn't make sense. Hiding it doesn't make sense, Madam Chair.
I agree, Sen. Joel. Actually, kung talagang may death threat, mas talagang kung talagang humihingi ng proteksyon, walang kinalaman ng security threat din sa pagsagot lang tungkol sa pangalan ninyo. That's already established. The threat will not be made worse by confirming what is in documentary evidence. But in any case, gusto kong ipaalala sa iyo na ayon nga sa Supreme Court, in the case of the Office of Court Administrator VU, the right to self-incrimination does not prohibit legitimate inquiry in non-criminal matters. Ad nauseam na po ito. Halos naduduwal na po kami sa pag-ulit-ulit nito. No? Alice Guo, ladies and gentlemen, is continuing to lie to this committee despite glaring evidence that she is a Chinese national named Guo Huaping, whose father, Jian Zhongguo, is Chinese, based on her own declaration in this committee, and whose mother, Lin Wenyi, is also Chinese, based on her own declarations in bank documents, by the way, verified by the AMLAC. This is a blatant defiance of the legislative's constitutional power of inquiry. Lumalabas na pinaglalaroan mo ang aming batas, pinapaikot mo ang mga Pilipino. Pero ibahin mo ang Senado. Ibahin mo ang Senado. I move to cite Guo Huaping, also known as Alice Guo, in contempt of the Senate for testifying falsely and evasively before this committee.
Second the motion, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Sen. Joel.
Madam Chair,
Yes, Sen.
Madam
Coco.
Chair, when we were in recess kanina, the pending matter was the refusal to give us details of the death threats that she herself brought before us.
And
Siya
yes, but my-
She binolunteer niya sa information sa atin eh. Then pinupurso namin ayaw mong sagutin. Ngayon, I think the prevailing sentiment is hindi siya makahingi ng executive session. Sagutin niya ngayon lahat. Yung kasi kung totoo naman na may death threat ka, na-monitor ka na rin nung nagbigay ng death threat sa'yo, kahit may executive session, di alam na rin niya, sinabi mo na rin sa amin, ikaw pa rin yung source. Kaya hindi kami papayag sa executive session. Ngayon, ang prevailing sentiment, if I'm not mistaken, is you have to answer the questions relating to that particular subject matter na ikaw mismo ang nag-voluntaryo palabasin sa hearing na ito. Inumpisa ni Senator Bato and then si Senator Jinggoy. Kaya Madam Chair, doon ako sa ground na yon. If we should, kasi at least yun, there is no need to determine who is telling the truth eh. Wala tong ito, we have I think Senate section here, if the refusal to cooperate or giving evasive answers, pwede na natin gamiting ground yun to cite the witness or the resource person in contempt. At Alice, sa lahat dito, akong pinaka-lenient actually na ayaw ka i-cite in contempt eh. Pero in this particular case, kahit anong pag-isipin ko, you have to answer eh. You have to answer, and if we require you to answer publicly, you have to answer. You can invoke a right, pero pag-usapan namin yun. But when we deny that you are not entitled to such a right, then you have to answer. Otherwise, makukontempt ka talaga. So I'm presenting that alternative ground, Madam Chair. If we can use that, kasi parang pagkalap ko nung nag-break tayo, that was the hanging matter na
release ni Senator Bato followed up by Senate President Pro Tempore.
I know. Actually, there are two hanging matters. Isa na yung tungkol sa death threat na yan. Pero higit pa doon, yung question ng identity. Dahil proven na ng NBI at proven na ng isa pang ahensya na Alice Guo at Guo Huaping, iisang tao lang kayo. At yun yung patuloy na pinagsisinungalingan mo sa komiteng ito. Therefore, the chair is citing Alice Guo alias Guo Huaping in contempt as seconded by Senator Joel.
Madam Chair,
SP Pro Tem Jinggoy.
let's give a last chance for her to answer the question. Answer, Alice.
Ikaw ba daw si Guo Huaping?
Madam Chair, Sen, pasensya na po talaga. Ako po si Alice ko po.
Okay, well, pasensya din po. The chair cites Alice Guo alias Guo Huaping in contempt of this committee as
Hopefully-
seconded by Senator Joel. Yes,
Thank you.
Anyway,
Mano?
she has been cited in contempt, but hindi kasi ako present sa past hearings ng Committee on Women, but has she been confronted with the documents of Guo Huaping? Napakita na sa kanya?
yes, Mano.
Kasi dapat may handwriting doon or may signature na allegedly coming from her, di ba? Did she deny or the signature? May entries doon may entries siguro doon na coming from the applicant, tama? Am I mistaken as NBI director?
You can flash the passport page, Mano, and then NBI Director Santiago, gusto niyo bang i-address itong matter, please?
Certainly, Your Honor, please. Yun pong sa signature, remember yung sa ACR niya, doon namin ibinase, ay meron pong ibang signature niya doon. At dito sa NBI clearance na ibinigay namin sa kanya, iba rin po ang signature. Kasi bata pa siya nung yun hong sa ACR eh. Kaya we cannot rely on the signature. Pero ang fingerprint po, hindi po yan magbabago magmula ipanganak hanggang sa mamatayan tao.
Yes, but have we confronted her with the document and then asking her, did she accomplish the said document? Tanawin natin siya kasi hindi naman siguro siya musmus na bata na hindi na niya maalala no, may memory na siya noon eh.
Hindi po namin siya na-confront.
Okay. Kaya
And presented those documents na fina-flash ko ulit dito kay Alice ko sa mga nakaraang hearings bago pa siya tumakas.
Can we give her one last chance? I-flash yung document then and then I will ask her now if she remembers accomplishing the said document of Guo Huaping.
Madam Chair, I'm sorry, but I asked that question a while ago and she said no.
Can we flash the document? Used by the NBI. I mean, use the document. Diba? Where's the document? Please give her a chance. Pakita natin sa kanya. For fairness sake. And then, pero pag i-deny niya na hindi niya in-accomplish yun at what particular age, kumbinsido na tayo din. Therefore, she's lying before us. Diba?
Meron po tayo ditong doctor's copy report na sinasabing identical ang fingerprints ni Alice Guo at ni Guo Huaping at na yung fingerprints na iyon ni Guo Huaping at ni Alice Guo were affixed by one and the same person. Do we have the supporting document na ginamit ng NBI para dito? Para ipakita ulit. Dahil ipinakita na natin dati kay Alice Guo. Miss Alice, extraordinary ito Kayo lang yung naalala kong resource person na ipapakita namin paulit-ulit ang mga dokumento sa iyo. Dapat naman siguro suklian mo yung komite na magsabi ka na ng totoo. Hindi na extra mile ang komite, pero kasi nangalingan pa rin ang sinusukli nyo. Comsec, do you have the supporting document on para i-project dito sa ating monitor, yung ginamit ng NBI to come to this conclusive opinion used in all courts of the Philippines, ang fingerprint matching.
Madam Chair,
Yes, Sir Joel.
while we were still waiting, and just to support the motion that was approved by this committee, Madam Chair, the Senate has sufficient, substantial, and damning evidence to support a conclusion, Madam Chair, that this witness is lying. Now, whether the court will bear it out later or not. That is the basis, Madam Chair. If this is the prevailing stance, then witness won't play around with the Senate. I think that is the only reason why we are doing this, because she's obviously playing around, Madam Chair. We have given her enough time, so many chances, Madam Chair. I have never seen a witness na ganito karami yung chance na binibigay natin magsabi ng katotohanan. Pero kung ayaw talaga, Madam Chair, she has to face the music.
Agree, Sen Joel. But Comsec, i-flash po natin please yung passport ni Guo Huaping para masagot niya yung one more chance na tanong ng minority leader.
While
Can
waiting,
we pull that up?
Madam
Yes,
Chair,
SP Pro Temp, Jinggoy.
habang hinihintay natin i-flash yung passport sa ano, I'll give you one more chance, Alice, tungkol sa death threat. Ha? Kailan mo na-receive yung tangka sa buhay mo?
Miss Alice.
I think mga bandang June po,
June of this month, of this year.
this year po.
Ilang beses?
More than 5 times po.
Kanino galing?
Through phone po.
Sino yung tumawag?
Sen, gustong-gusto ko po din i-discuss po sa inyo at humingi din po ako ng pasensya po sa inyo. Natatakot din po talaga na i-disclose po sa public.
Kahit i-disclose mo sa amin through an executive session, katulad nga ni sinabi ni Senator Coco, malalaman din niya. Kaya sabihin mo sa amin, sino yung source?
Opo, Sen, ang understanding ko po, pagka sinabi ko po sa inyo sa executive session po, hindi po lalabas. Kasi nagwo-worry po ako sa sarili ko.
Ganun din yun. Sabihin mo sa amin.
Sen, ako po kasi ang Senate hearing po natatapos pero natatakot po kasi ako sa magiging buhay ko.
Ano ka tinatakot nung kausap mo sa telepono? How you threaten?
Ko po muna i-discuss po sa public po.
No.
Opo.
Pasensya
na po talaga, sir.
How were you threatened? Yun lang tanong ko, how were you threatened?
Hindi ko po siya may discuss po sa public po, Sen. Pasensya na po talaga.
Talaga makukulong ka. Madam Chair, if just in case the court will allow the Senate to be detained here, I would like to raise this motion to immediately commit her at the Pasay City Jail.
Salamat, Senate President Pro Tempore. Before that matter will be deliberated, we have a pending citation in contempt by the chair, seconded by Sen Joel. And so Alice, one last chance dito sa ipinapakita namin ulit na passport, page ng passport mo. Sagutin mo yung tanong ni Sen Coco, ikaw ba ito?
Madam Chair, ako po si Alice ko po.
No, hindi yan ang tanong ko sa inyo. Ang tanong ko po ay, meron kang monitor sa harap mo, kita mo yung page ng passport. Kayo ba yan sa photo na yan? At asking yung pangalan nyo. Alam na namin, Guo Huaping. Ito ba ay ikaw?
Madam Chair, meron pong pending case po sa akin po. Lahat
You answer. All right, you are not taking the many one last chances na binibigay ng committee ito sa iyo. You are denying your identity as Guo Huaping. So may I
Madam Chair,
return to
Major,
yes, Minority
she was
Leader.
trying to invoke something. What are you invoking? For your refusal to answer, what are you invoking?
Sen, may pending cases na po kasi sa akin sa court po. Ang understanding ko po, lahat po ng sasabihin ko po dito may incriminating my own self po.
Okay, this one, ito, saan ito maka-incriminate? What particular case? Kailangan may particularity. Hindi
Opo.
pwedeng wala.
Opo, Sen, may final po sa akin sa citizenship po na issue po sa court po.
Citizenship.
I think there is 7 pending cases po sa korte po ngayon.
No,
Isa na po dyan yung citizenship po.
Hindi kasi kunyari may kaso ka ng estapa, hindi naman connected sa estapa yan. So hindi mo pwede sabihin may kaso ako sa korte. You have to specify. Saan ka ma-incriminate na ang sagot mo magagamit to prove your guilt sa isang criminal case? Which one?
Sen, pasensya na po. Mali po pala yung nasabi ko po kanina, di pala citizenship. Ang dapat po pala COMELEC po.
Comelec.
May na-file na po na pending case po sa COMELEC po.
material misrepresentation case, siguro criminal case.
Yes po, criminal case po.
Okay. At bakit related ito?
Yan lang po yung alam ko po na may pending cases po sa COMELEC po.
But actually, Madam Chair, this appears to be a document issued by the People's Republic of China. I'm requesting for that ACR. Yung atin, the Philippine form. Philippine form accomplished by a child supposed to be, but a child with all consciousness already. Who happens to be the younger Alice Go, yun yung theory ninyo. Pero gusto ko ipakita natin sa kanya.
Comsec, pwede ba nating i-flash ulit yung ACR na yon at ipakita ulit kay Alice Go?
Madam Chair.
Yes, Sen. Rafi. Unrelated questions.
Noong August 27, 2024 hearing, page 141 of the transcript, inamin ni Sheila Goo na meron dalawang passport si Alice Goo. So that means dual citizen siya? Chinese and Filipino?
Alright, salamat Sen. Rafi sa pagpapaalala. So dual citizen pala kayo kahit sa pagkaalam ni Ms. Sheila Go sa paalala ni Sen. Rafi. And in fact, alam niyo ba na hindi pinapayagan ng dual citizenship sa China? Dito lang sa Pilipinas meron na ganyan. Pero sa China, bawal yun eh. And yet, you have both Filipino and Chinese passports sa testimonya ni Sheila Go.
Madam Chair, I have only one Filipino passport po.
Yes, you have only one Filipino passport, but you have a Chinese passport.
Wala po akong Chinese passport po.
Okay, Comsec, pwede natin ipakita yung hinihingi naming ACR before we act on we finalize the motion of the chair seconded by Sen. Joel. Okay, so baka pwedeng, yan na ba yung pinakamalaki? Alright, so ito po ang ACR. So,
Hindi na yan musmus na bata, di ba? May consciousness na yung nakalitrato dyan eh. O yan ang tanong natin kay Alice Go. Alice, naalala mo na in-accomplish mo yung form na yan, na nag-fingerprint ka pa, voluntarily dyan, linagay mo. Naalala mo o hindi?
Sen, wala pa ako naalala na ganun na dokumento po ginawa.
Okay.
Ang incredulous man mo. Pati yung pagman niya dyan, looks like yung pagman niya sa iba pang mga dokumento.
That's it, Madam Chair. That convinces me of the lying. So, I think, tapos na po yung ano nyo eh. Na-declare nyo na siya in contempt eh. Nag-elaborate lang naman ako na, tapos na po, na-declare nyo na po siya. On the lying pa ito, not on the refusal to answer dun sa death threat. So, sorry, Alice, I gave you a chance. You mean to say, pati yung paglalagay ng fingerprint mo ron, hindi mo naalala. So, medyo, ano na po yun, medyo, too difficult to, masyado nang mahirap paniwalaan na, paano, tulog ka, kinuha ang fingerprints mo, pinilit ka. I mean, it's too much, but, hindi na po sanggol yung nandun sa litrato. So, with that, Mr. Chair, it puts to rest your contempt citation of the resource person. Thank you.
Madam Chair. Isa lang, Madam Chair, if I may.
Salamat kaayo, Mayno. SP Pro Temp, Jinoy, nag-refer
Pang-mark ka dyan. Ilang taon ka?
So, wala pa ako maalala na nag-thumbprint po ako niyan.
Pang-mark ba niyan? Hindi mo maalala na nag-pang-mark ka? Ilang taon ka nung nag-pang-mark ka dyan? Siguro, you do not know how old were you?
Wala pa ako naalala, Sen, na may ginawa pa akong thumb mark po sa ganung papel po.
May pirma ba yan? May pirma?
May pirma.
Did you sign it? Did you sign it? Wala ka rin maalala na pinirmahan mo? Ha?
Wala po.
Sa ACR.
Pirma mo ba yan?
Punta natin ulit yung ACR.
Pirma mo.
Yes, ipakita natin yung kaninang ACR form, yung may photo fingerprints at saka pirma.
Oh, yeah, may signature. Is that your signature?
Oo. So ang pinapakita natin, yung fingerprints ni Alice Go, pero nung kinumpara ng NBI dun sa fingerprints ni Glenn Huaping, identical, matched po.
Teka muna pala.
Madam Chair,
No, let her answer. Is that your signature, Alice? Pati.
Doon sa under po ng picture po, signature ko po yun, pero hindi ko po alam paano nangyari po yun.
Paano hindi mo alam paano nangyari yun?
Hindi ko po talaga alam, Sen.
Hindi mo alam na pinirmahan mo, pirma mo yan?
Sen, hindi po, wala pa akong pinirmahan po ng ganung dokumento, pero signature ko po siya, pero wala pa ako na pirmahan po ng ganung dokumento.
Confirm mo na signature mo yan sa form na yan.
Kino-confirm ko lang po, Madam Chair, yung signature po under po ng picture is my signature.
But you don't remember when you signed that?
Wala po ako
Paper.
wala pa akong ginawa na ganun po.
It is impossible to fake fingerprints. Kinonfirm mo na pirma mo yan, yung fingerprints dito at yung fingerprints dun sa dokumento ni Glenn Huaping ay na-match ng NBI. Iisang tao lamang po. Yun po yun.
Madam Chair, just one
Sen Joel.
so sick and tired na whether Huaping and Alice Go identical at iisa dahil convinced na po tayo dun eh. I mean, how can you doctor yung mga fingerprints, Madam Chair? So ayaw niyang sagutin yon, but overwhelming, siya ho yun, si Huaping. Kaya baka dapat ang tawag natin sa kanya Huaping, hindi Alice Go, dahil mahirap na tawagin siyang Alice Go, hindi naman pala siya Pilipino. But let me just ask yung tinatanong kanina ni Sen Jinggoy, kilalan mo, Alice, Huaping, yung tumawag sa'yo, na nagbibigay sa'yo ng death threat, kilala mo po yun. Diba? Kasi otherwise, hindi mo siya sasagutin at hindi mo kikilalanin na totoo at may bigat yung death threat sa'yo. Is that correct, Your Honor?
Your Honor, isa po doon, kilala ko po. Pero i-clarify ko lang po yung nakita ko po kanina sa monitor po. Yung signature po, aking po yung signature, pero hindi ko po alam kung bakit andyan po yung signature
Hindi
ko
na
po.
ako nagtatanong doon. Hindi na ako nagtatanong ng Huaping. Hindi na ako nagtatanong kasi klarong-klaro sa akin, hindi po pwedeng doktorin yung fingerprints mo. So ang tinatanong ko, kilala mo yung nag-death threat sa'yo, saan siya galing? Dito ba siya sa Pilipinas o sa abroad?
Local po, dito po.
Dito sa Pilipinas. So sa Pilipinas nanggagaling yung death threat mo. Kung sa Pilipinas nanggagaling yung death threat mo, nakita ko yung pagtatagpo ninyo ni PNP Chief tsaka ni SILG. Parang fan meet. At parang masyado kang talagang kampante. At nung in-interview ka, ang sabi mo, kasi secured ka, you feel safe. You feel safe. Nakasama mo ang SILG at PNP Chief. Ngayon, ang tanong ko, if you feel safe, nakasama mo ang PNP Chief at saka SILG, bakit ka pa kailangan lumabas ng Pilipinas? Dahil natatakot ka sa death threat mo. Bakit hindi ka na lang lumapit o nag-report sa PNP Chief o kay SILG?
Sagutin ko na po.
Sa tingin ko,
Yes, one more time, Miss Alice. One last time.
Yes po, Madam Chair.
You answer the question of Senator Joel.
Sen, okay lang po, paulit po. Sorry po.
Madam Chair, I hope the lawyers of Alice Go must advise their client to tell the truth.
Alice, nung nakita mo si SILG at si PNP Chief, ang sabi mo, happy ka at ikaw ay masaya, kitang-kita naman yun. Walang naitago sa sambayan ng Pilipino na at is ka. Papicture ka pang di ba? So, paano mo sasabihin na natatakot ka, may death threat ka sa Pilipinas, pero kailangan mong tumakas. Kailangan mo umalis ng Pilipinas, pero sabi mo, safe ka na makita mo ang PNP Chief, SILG, pero hindi ka lumapit sa kanila, hindi ka humingi ng tulong. Hindi nga mo nga sinabi na galing dito sa Pilipinas at tumawag sa'yo ng ilang beses yung nagde-death threat sa'yo.
Sen, doon sa question niyo po, dalawa pong answer ko po dyan. One po, kaya po ako nakasmile po, yan po yung para sa akin po na pinaka-language ko po sa family, sa mga tao po nagmamahal po sa akin na
Hindi yun ang tanong ko. Hindi yun ang tanong ko.
Before we go further into this topic, para lang ma-settle itong pending issue, i-reiterate ko, no? I move to cite Guo Huaping, also known as Alice Guo, in contempt of the Senate for testifying falsely and evasively before this committee.
I second the motion, Madam Chair.
I second the motion.
Salamat, Sen. JV at Sen. Joel. With the motion duly seconded by Senator JV and Sen. Joel, you are hereby cited in contempt. You will remain in the custody of the Senate until the conclusion of this committee's inquiry or until you finally recognize the authority of this body and grant even a semblance of respect for the laws of this country. The committee will coordinate with any court ordering your detention, pero re-respetuhin mo ang Senado.
Madam Chair? Maybe the serious person to answer my question first, Madam Chair.
We will have one, Ms. Alice, isang huling sagot sa puntong ito sa tanong ni Sen. Joel, and then isang related na tanong kay Sen. Roy, and then itutuloy ng chair yung mga tanong ko, and the majority leader as well after Sen. Roy. Please answer the question of Sen. Joel, Ms. Alice.
Sen. Joel, na putol po kanina, yung first answer po, nasagot ko na po. Yung second answer naman po,
I'm not even asking that first answer that you were talking about, that it's a sign to whoever your fan base is. My only question is, why didn't you go straight to PNP chief and SILG? Why didn't you ask for police help? Because at the end of the day, ganun din pala yung gagawin mo. At sabi mo, dun ka, you feel safe. Pero hindi, tumakas ka, iniwanan mo kami, binastos mo kami, binastos mo yung buong gobyerno. Hinalughog ka sa buong Pilipinas. Ay mga kapulisan natin, mga NBI, Coast Guards, talagang pinahirapan mo. Pero sasabihin mo ngayon, may death threat ka. At ngayon, kampante ka, na protektado ka. It doesn't make sense kasi, Alice. Guwahuaping. Question, bakit?
Sen, ang answer ko pa rin po dyan ay after wala rin po sa mind ko po na pwede ko pong gawin yan at pagkatapos ko po na share na meron pong death threat, I feel relief po nung nakausap ko po sila.
Hindi mo
Salamat, Sen. Jo.
Hindi mo pa rin sinasagot yung tanong. But anyway, hindi ka tumatakas sa Pilipinas dahil sa death threat. Yun ang pinasagot mo sa amin. Tumatakas ka dahil tinatakasan mo yung mga kaso mo. Tinatakasan mo yung mga criminal activities na ginawa mo.
Salamat, Sen. Joel. Sen. Roy, one related
Madam Chair,
question.
may this representation inquire as to the limit of the number of contempt citation that we can give to a particular resource person? Meron ba tayong limit dyan o unlimited tayo?
Walang limit po yun.
Wala.
Then, kapag ang resource person sumasagot ng totoo sa atin, hindi naman natin siya sinasite. Pero sa bawat hearing man lang, hindi siya magsabi ng totoo. So,
Right
natin
now-
siyang incite in contempt.
Right now, Madam Chair, she's facing 3 contempt citations already. If I'm correct, 3 na? O 2 pa? Yung previous niya, yung nirol mo ngayon lately, at saka
Yes. Ang nauna pong citations in contempt natin dahil hindi siya nag-appear, dahil tumakas siya.
Na nag-appear siya, kinailangan na naman natin siyang i-cite in contempt dahil nag-appear man siya, evasive at false ang testimony siya sa atin. Nagsisinungaling siya sa komite.
And maybe this third question, Madam Chair, is pang third na niya na contempt citation ito ngayon kung ayaw talaga niya mag-cooperate, yung source ng kanyang threat. Mahirap yun. I know yung ating rule dito sa committee is that we can only afford resource person an executive session when the matters matters to be discussed are involving national security and public interest. And for this matter, alam natin na very personal interest and personal security concern. But then, bakit ayaw niya mag-cooperate sa atin kung we are here to, Alice, we are here to help you. You are facing people from government. We can help you with that threat. Huwag kang matakot. Sino ba yung tao na yan? Siga ba talaga yan? Hindi yan kaya namin? Magsabi ka. Wala kami sasantuhin dito. Kahit kami, hindi na ako pulis. Pero senador ako ngayon. Hindi ko pa rin sasantuhin niya kung sino yung tao niya na nagtitrade sa iyo. Sige nga, mag-cooperate ka sa amin kung sino yung source na yan para malaman natin ngayon at matulungan ka namin. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, just one...
Before Miss Alice sagutin mo yung tanong ni Sen. Roy, Sen. Loren, and then the majority leader is next.
To simplify, ang kailangan lang natin na impormasyon for now from Ms. Go is sino ba sa mga ahensya ng gobyerno o sa labas ng mga fixer ang tumulong sa kanya para makakuha ng Philippine birth certificate. Pangalawa, at sino yung nagbigay ng Philippine passport. Ganun kasimple. Isang oras na tayo dito, maraming issues. Sagutin lang yon, matutulungan ka namin. And your lawyers will understand that. Yun lang. Sino? Dahil ang PSA, with all due respect, at ang DFA, mukhang napasukan ng sindikato. Paano natin bibigyan ng budget ang ahensya ng gobyerno sa panahon ngayon ng budgetary allocations for next year kung ang binabudgetan natin ay napasukan ng sindikato na kalaban ng taong bayan? So, ikaw ang susi na magsabi. Alam ni Senator Tulfo yung pangalan ng fixer mo. Ibunyag mo lang sa amin, paano? Kasi hindi lang ikaw. Inamin na ng PSA na meron higit sa 1,000 na nabigyan ng birth certificate.
1,200.
Ayun, exact number, 1,200. So, meron pa kaming hinahanap na balanse sa 1,200 na nagpapanggap na Alice Go.
Yun nga, Madam Chair.
Salamat,
Madam
Sen.
Chair.
Loren. Sen. Rafi, before the chair recognizes. So, for the record ulit, Sen. Loren, na-establish natin in previous hearings na finaila ng late registration of live birth si Alice Guo, inisyuhan ng birth certificate, pero dineclare na ng PSA na irregular yung birth certificate na
But
iyon.
na-issue pa rin.
Kaya pinapa-cancel sa Office of the
Kaya nga, Madam
Solicitor
Chair,
General.
kung it
And
was
then,
declared irregular.
if I may just finish, Sen. Rafi, before recognizing Majority Leader and then Sen. Rafi, kaya nakapagkuha ng Philippine passport. I will just recognize at this point now, Majority